Hello, everyone. I'm so happy to be with you today. I am Magdala Ramirez. I come from the Maya Mexica tradition. I come to tell you this very, very good news. It has been created another timeline for all human beings that they are able to understand that freedom that you are. A new path has been created, a path where you recognize the freedom within your own self. For such a long time, people thought that the freedom came from governments, that the freedom come from the outside, that was something that people needed to fight for. And it is not true. It has never been true. The freedom comes from within. The freedom comes as a recognition. The freedom comes as a gift that you have always been as a human being. You have always been free. When you understand this freedom, you also must understand the power that it is in that freedom. That power, it is very, very important to recognize it. How do you understand that freedom? As it is all the gifts for all human beings, for all the true human beings, is knowing that any gift that you have that comes through your own nature of who you are as the daughter, as the son of the Great Mother, you must understand to use it for the highest good of everyone. These powerful times, this initiation that it has been everywhere in the world, where people needed to jump within themselves and recognize the purpose that you have, why you're here in this realm, and how to bring it forward for the highest good of everyone. It will keep on bringing you freedom. At this time, maybe you have learned about how to burn all these karmas that it has been accumulating in the human being realm. Things that you feel that it wasn't the highest good of someone or anybody, and of course that includes you. All these resentments, all these situations in the emotional body that has been creating all kinds of stops for all human beings. This is the time that you learn already how to monitor your thoughts and liberate any kind of shame and guilt that you possibly have. Working with the emotional body, it is imperative at this time. Emotions are part of the realm of the human being, and it is beautiful. Many of you are very, very sensitive that you can feel the people. You can feel what is going on. You can feel all this beautiful empathy of everything around you. You have learned to trust yourself. You have learned to embrace every single part of yourself, maybe. And in that recognition of your freedom, you bring that responsibility forward. You have these incredible abilities. The ability to know when it is danger and when it is not. The ability to even recognize if the fear is real or not. You have increased all this incredible understanding of what it means to be human. Recognizing yourself as life, and completely removing this belief system that it was limiting you, thinking that life happens to you instead of you understanding yourself as life. Understanding now that every single experience, it has been for you for your learning purposes. Now you recognize that as you think beautiful, as you bring those emotions of love and liberation, it really makes so many waves in all the realms within yourself, including your physical body. Your immune system goes up when you release that oxytocin and feel that place within your own self, that it perpetuates this beautiful wave of love that you have always been. When you recognize yourself as love, and maybe you have been in completely isolation, you have learned finally to be autosufficient of love. Instead of begging for love in the outside, you finally have understood that you have always been love. That when you bring the presence of your own presence and you recognize yourself as love, you become autosufficient. By doing that, you're breaking all these wrong beliefs about relations that it was imposed on you by the system. You're finally being able to love everyone else, not based on rules, because this is who you are. Recognizing that it doesn't matter what people do or not do, you will still love them. For your love has always been eternal. You recognize by this way the purity of love within yourself. You recognize yourself as the source. Yes, God, male or female, whatever concept you have, whatever understanding you have, it's very, very unique. It really talks to you about the relationship, that it is so completely unique and it is in you. Not about something that people have taught you, but through that recognition within your own self, you recognize the bonding that you have with the source. Nobody can cut that bonding. No one can do this for you. You have realized that no one has that connection with God but you. The Great Mother has been talking to everyone everywhere in the world. The Great Mother is what you call the feminine side of God. You see, God is not male or female. It is both happening at the same time. The perfect triad within your own self. When you recognize these forces inside of you and listen with the one that created you and really moved all these wrong beliefs, because right now you are doing it, you will be able to express exactly why you're here. You will be able to bring forward the source of everyone and yourself. For the Great Mother is absolutely in everywhere, in every creation, in every human being. As we have been speaking, love that you are, it is completely divine. You are able to love because it's your divinity in motion. Now, how you're gonna love, how you're gonna bring your love forward through the programming of the patriarchal system or through that purity that you have found within your own self. For all these things that you have overcome within yourself in this time and space. That it is the freedom, the incredible freedom that you will be experiencing very soon. For that path, that new path for the human being has been created. It is new. It is new in this time and space. Yet you do recognize some of it because you have always been that true human being. What it will be the experiences based on the purity of love? What it will be the experiences based on the absence of fear? What it will be these beautiful experiences with absolutely no karma anymore? Remember that that karma stops at the moment that you want to. No one is judging you but yourself. Then stop judging you. Control your thoughts every time that those thoughts come about. Embrace that part of you and keep on walking without identifying with those thoughts. Life, it's amazing, beautiful. And it has always been life. You have always been life and you're always gonna be. There is a part of you that it is eternal. You have always been eternal. When you are able to see yourself in the mirror through that freedom that you are entering into the new path of what it means to be human. It has been such a big commotion and so many emotions based on that isolation. And using that friction that it has been created for the human being as going into the next step of the pyramid, it is imperative at this time. Every time that it is friction in your life, you grow. You grow spiritually or you get stuck in it. It is a choice. You have been in that isolation for a very, very long time now. And that have give you the opportunity in every stage of that isolation to make a choice. What is your choices? What are your choices? If you look truly what's in the table, what is those possibilities are very, very important to realize that in the table for you, it is that new path of being human. This human being that it is completely embracing your own nature because you have always been nature. And recognize another way to relate because you have learned through that isolation a way to relate within yourself. You have overcome everything. And of course, It is all this assistance that you need, just like entering into this new world, how this has been within yourself in such a powerful, powerful times. Recognizing these forces is very, very beautiful because you're recognizing yourself as the daughter and the son of the Great Mother. You know that you are not here to destroy the planet, but understanding that the planet is the one that it is giving you the next octaves, becoming one with this very beautiful planet, as she is also going into a higher realm. Observing those places within yourself is very, very important. This beautiful new path that it has been created is full of beauty, and living in that entrega, it is happening within yourself, just like this beautiful flower that decided to bloom, just like this encounter inside of yourself where you know that absolutely is happening. Your world contains the whole. The one, it is contained in the whole, means that you are the whole. As the whole is inside of you, merging that it is happening with the one that created you. It is very, very powerful at this time. This is the time of that realization of the self. It is another era for the human being, the evolution of the human being. It is happening within your own self, where you finish transmuting absolutely everything within you in this time of isolation. Now is the time to recognize a new you, that it is unfolding in a beautiful manner, putting in motion everything that you have learned. Know that every single step of the way you have the assistance. The choices for the highest good of everyone is all yours. No one can interfere in your path unless you allow them. You have reclaimed your sovereignty, and now is the time for you to learn how to be free, to have a completely new experience, for everything that it was stopping you has been transmuted within your own self. You have reclaimed your power. Through that power back, you know that it has nothing to do with any government, that it has nothing to do with any situation in the outside, but knowing this deep inside of you, knowing that you do have the power. Don't give your power away anymore. Use your power wisely. Use that power to rebuild yourself in a higher manner. Use your power for recognizing at all times that you are love, and create this beautiful wave of love all around you, reaching in that way to everyone else that finally it's very okay to be you. This is the world of oneness. There is no more divisions in countries or races. All those wrong beliefs are being just dropped. Most powerful initiation in this time and space. It is happening, and you can see the light now. You can see your own freedom. Reclaim at all times and keep on reclaiming your sovereignty. Keep on reclaiming your power back. Recognize the new world that it is right now. The new path of what it means to be human. Many of you know, maybe, that we needed to postpone priestess ceremony. We usually do it in May, but it has been postponed to June. This is a very, very powerful ceremony. We hope to see you there. We hope to see you in the school online that so much of that is spiritual work. It is that training that you need for this new world that we are encountering, this new path. Your spiritual work, the great work. It is imperative at this time. Know yourself. Embrace that freedom and learn how to use this freedom for the highest good of everyone. And you're being guided. Go into my websites www.magdalas.com. That is Magdalas.com. Send me an email. Be in our free newsletter. And I am so thankful for your work. Tlatzokomate. Tlatzokomate.